Hey guys, a really quick update. I know this is kind of annoying, but I was meant to mention it in this episode, but I completely forgot about it. I'm going to be doing a small test stream on Twitch, possibly tomorrow on Saturday or Sunday. I'm not. It's gonna be a really small thing. Probably just I'm gonna start live streaming, kind of like the Seaverse, just goofing around on it. And it'll be like a randomized thing. So if you want to like that, I'll probably post a quick update video when that goes live on Twitch. But as far as enjoy the rest of this video. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Scares here, back at it again with another big old WWE save. We're just after the Royal Rumble match, and we got some major changes to the show. And we'll probably get to them as the show starts, considering, we're booking the Dynasty Authority conglomerate thing. They usually open the show. But before we have the show open, we have a dark match, some women. Katie Lee takes on Kali Von Scarlett of the newly crowned Divas champion, Astra Dunla, and her, coven. Yeah, the coven. I don't know why I forgot the fucking stable I named them. But the Coven pick up the win, or not the Coven, I'm sorry. Katie Lee picks up the win with the Catatonic in 6:44. And next up, we have the Dynasty. We have all of them: Triple H, The Miz, Stephanie, Big Show, Kane, and the newest member, Batista. And Batista is there, and they're all like, well, we fucking told you it was gonna happen. We honestly did, and they're like, oh, I want to address the elephant in the room, and Triple H is. It's noticeable that Triple H is all these promos are Triple H talking. Like, The Miz doesn't say anything. Kane, Stephanie probably adds some stupid shit in, but whatever. But he's like, oh, I want to address the elephant in the room. If you honestly didn't think that we were gonna do something like bringing Batista in, I think you're an actual fucking mongoloid. Do you not know us? CM Punk literally said this before, I believe. That we of course we had Batista in the rings. How could we not have my favorite pal come in and help at Survivor Series? So, yeah, Austin's gone. He's fucking fired. I don't know where he's gone, but probably somewhere. Honestly, fuck him, but, whatever. And next on the agenda is we have, now that I have full control of Raw and the WWE as a whole, I wanted to make an important draft announcement. That important draft announcement is going to be regarding our good friend Batista. And as soon as he says that, Shane McMahon comes out and he's like, hold on there, player. You may have a lot of control in the company right now. But as I said before, I have a small, it's insignificant almost, portion of the company. And you know what? It's good enough for me to do some work. I'm not going to sit here and let you tarnish the McMahon dynasty. I am going to be fun. And Triple H is like, okay, hold on, Shane. Let me tell you something. I have done a lot of shit in regards to how the company works. And the new board of directors, as you can see, some faces you might recognize, such as Mike Mizanin, Kane, everyone's favorite, office boy, as well as Paul the Big Show White. We all agreed that the McMahons have kind of ruined WWE for a long time. So in this new era, we have decided in the contract, it specifically states that you cannot be a McMahon and have ownership of the WWE. And Shane McMahon is silent for a bit, and he's like, does that leave Stephanie out of the ring? Are you guys fucking stupid? And Triple H is actually taken aback. He didn't realize that. So Stephanie's now mad. And the rest of the dynasty don't really give a shit. And Shane McMahon goes, you know what, whatever. I don't really give a shit what your, big announcement is. And Triple H is like, you know what, I'm not going to tell you the announcement now anyway. You kind of ruined that. And it's like, I don't give a shit. All I know is this. I'm having my lawyers scour the details for any kind of loophole I can find so I can literally and figuratively beat your ass. I'm going to go on the show because I've already seen the insecurities already kind of made their way out. Like, obviously, you don't want me to be on Raw, and honestly, that's fine. You can have the show. See how the ratings do with you in charge, dickhead. I'm going to go to SmackDown. And on SmackDown, I am going to try to make a difference. But before I go, with this 1% power, I have made it known that I will, and he's like, and John Morrison's out there, like, with him this whole time. I forgot to mention that. Triple H is like, yeah, Miz is going to fight John Morrison at Armageddon. We already know that, you fucking dumbass. And Shane's like, no, it's not that. I saw the match you guys wanted, and I have rewritten that match. So the match you're going to have now is a TLC match at Armageddon, and the Miz and them are flipping out. Not because it's like he's been in TLC matches before, but we are talking about the Prince of fucking Parkour. So if there's any kind of match that seems to favor him, it's John Morrison. So, we're left with some questions. Can Shane McMahon take back the company? Why did Triple H exclude McMahon's from owning it like a fucking dumbass? Why did fucking, why is Alex Riley? That is still probably a question we ask ourselves to this day. And yeah, but more importantly, what was the big draft announcement? Maybe we'll see that happen soon. And we have a little segment here in which we talk about as well. I don't know, why did I put Shane McMahon? I forget. We see the angle that was supposed to happen at Survivor Series where Sabin and Shelley beat up Dolph and Ted. And it is said that the tag titles will be defended both on SmackDown and Raw. Sabin and Shelley are going to defend their titles on Raw. If they hold them, they will defend them also on SmackDown. And even if they lose them, the new champions will have to defend them against Perfect Fortune at Survivor Series, on SmackDown. And in 91 A-Star, they take on the Shield and the Motor City Machine Guns take on the Shield and Dragon Aces. Sorry for that fuck up. The Shield consisting of Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns is currently in a tag team match later on today. But they managed to get the win in 1734 when Sabin defeated Yoshitatsu with the Cradle Shock. And during this match, we also had Chris Jericho run in and fuck up the Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, or at least attempt to. And the Motor City Machines make defense number 3 of their tag team titles. Can they get a 4th defense this coming Friday on SmackDown? I just want to see if it goes for, cap short length. So fuck you, WWE. I set it to like 19 minutes, but it was like, you get 17 because fuck you. And we kind of have a squash match in which Randy Orton dunks RKO's Eric Rowan in the nuts in about 10 minutes or so. Not really much to say about that. And next up we have... How the fuck did we... Oh no, okay, so this is... Fuck. This was supposed to be Chris Jericho right here. So we're just going to pretend Stone Cold Steve Austin is Chris Jericho. And basically Michael Cole is like, hey Chris, what's your deal with the Shield? And Chris is like, you know what? The Dynasty keeps running their mouths. Everyone in the back is sick of it. But the Shield are also, they've been fucking with me. I haven't really been fucking with them, so I'm trying to go out. And Triple H comes out, and he's like, Chris, I know we have our bad feelings. You fucked my wife. I think I might have fucked your wife at one point in IRL. And honestly, I'm telling you this from the heart. Not as a Dynasty versus whatever you guys are. No one gives a fuck about the Shield and you. Like, no one gives a shit. The Shield just want to get titles and crap. You probably want to win a title. You're getting old up there. You're starting to wind down your career. I get it. But here's what I'm going to do. At Armageddon, you get 2 other guys, face the Shield, and that's the last I'll hear of this stupid bullshit. Fuck off. And he walks away, and Chris is like, you know what? Fine, I'll take it. And Michael Cole sits there eating piss because he's Michael Cole. And next we have we see Daniel Bryan. He's basically just kind of relaxing. He doesn't have a match tonight. He's pretty, alright. He's alright considering he basically defeated his main rival for the past few months, Bray Wyatt. He put to rest the idea. And then Randy Orton saunters into view. Was Randy Orton in the opening segment? I can't even fucking remember. I might be an idiot. It's been like 9 minutes already. Fuck. So Daniel Bryan basically sees Randy Orton. He's like, "Can I help you, Baldy?" And Randy's like, "I hear you talk about how you cannot wrestle people." And Daniel Bryan's like, "Yes." Randy Orton goes, "Can you think you can out wrestle me?" And Daniel Bryan's like, "Yes, I would fucking like in a match." Like that I used to have, like in a WWE match, I'd still win. But like in a Ring of Honor types, like if we went 60 minutes, Randy, I would fucking destroy you. I would literally tie you up into like a fucking bowling ball and throw you at the rest of the Dynasty. I don't really have a problem with the Dynasty. Well, I do have a problem with the Dynasty. I think you guys are fucking morons. But I'm trying to chillax here after I just beat the fucking bearded pedophile looking dude. Please get the fuck away from me. And Randy's like taken aback that just this kid's really talking to me like that. And Randy walks away. Next, we have another kind of squash match. You know, it goes about 7 minutes. England's finest picking up a much needed win against the Young Bucks when Douglas Williams defeated Nick Jackson with the assisted uppercut, blowing the fuck out of the Young Bucks in the process. I would like to point out that the Young Bucks currently are openers and they are pulling 73s. That's not too inaccurate because I'm on Team Young Bucks. I'm not one of those guys that hates the Young Bucks for existing, but you know, whatever. This mod still is pretty cool, and I feel that would work. You know, especially in a squash match environment, 7 minutes. I totally see them like on WWE. This totally working in their favor. Generation Now or Me or whatever the TNA one was ate shit, but at least when they had matches, you didn't think they would win, but they're still really fucking good. Regardless, and then we have I forgot to have no, never mind, I'm thinking of the next thing. Tokyo Pimp Yujiro Takahashi, because the Dynasty, they're being bad. They're forcing him to earn his title rematch against Austin Aries after he lost the US title to him, and the Tokyo Pimp does in fact succeed when he defeats both Roman Reigns and Shelton Benjamin, two great performers. When he hits a spear on Roman Reigns, that is fucking irony at its finest. Roman Reigns was the weak link only with a 74. Still not that bad, all things considering. And next we have Austin Aries. He's watching the TV and he turns around and he goes, "What did I say to people? A lot of prophecies are coming true on Raw. The Dynasty has exceeded the thing and I am a double champion. I have the NXT title, the US title. I might go. What title will I go for next? Is the great surprise. Maybe, just maybe, I'll go for the tag titles. I know I like the Dynasty, but at some point I'm gonna fight Miz for his WWE title. Fuck it. Maybe I'll go over to SmackDown and fight John Cena. Even more fuck it. Maybe I'll fight AJ Lee and Astra in the triple threat. I'll get the Divas title." And then Bray Wyatt comes in, and Bray Wyatt he doesn't look good, and he's just like, so many sinners, so many outcasts. If one had to go, at least it had to be the Snake. And Austin Aries is like, "Please get the fuck away from me. I want no part in this bearded ass motherfucker." And he runs away. Well, he doesn't run away, he just kind of walks away, leaving Bray Wyatt staring at the camera, whatever the fuck his stupid bullshit's on about. And then we have Stephanie and The Miz. They're chilling like villains in the Dynasty's little like viewing area that looks all fancy. And CM Punk literally just walks in, just nonchalant, and Miz is like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I beat up the security guy." Anyway, and it wasn't Kane in the Big Show. You guys really should just use them as security. They're not. I know Kane's in the main event against John Morrison or something. Or no, it's the Big Show. Well, they're two big fucking guys. They're all the same. Miz is like, "Punk, what do you fucking want?" And Punk's just like, I kind of wanted to just talk to you, Miz, because it's just kind of weird how much of a bitch you are, or at least have become. See, because like I said before, people could say a lot of shit about you, and there's a lot of shit about you. You're a really bad wrestler, because you can't cheat. If you don't cheat, you don't win, and that's just pretty much it. But I think I've figured out this Dynasty thing, besides the fact that you create this facade that you are like one of the best in the world, which, I mean, we all know who that is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I think I finally see really what is going on here is that you just kind of accepted your place in the hierarchy, that you're holding Triple H's jock, you're sucking his balls. And the Miz is like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "You are known for two things. One of them is good, and the other can be kind of good, but you've lost it. See, one of the things you're great at is, besides the fact that you do put in effort, you do train, you put in the effort more than some of these guys on these indie shows that I've been on. But you're a fucking fantastic talker. You can talk the head off anybody. You're almost good as me. But when is the last time you've really had a good promo? When is the last time you had the chance to do that? Who's doing the talking for you in this group? It's been Triple H. In fact, Triple H has always done the talking. It seems to me like ever since you formed your little group, as I've said before, it's almost kind of like her, pointing at Stephanie, and him just kind of want to use you to look really cool. I saw the interview you did on the David Letterman show. That was pretty cool. But what did you really talk about? You didn't really talk about your title defense. You mentioned it in brief passing. But all you did was really talk about stuff with Triple H and Stephanie. You didn't talk about yourself. Do you really think you're that great of a wrestler? And Miz is like confused. Stephanie's kind of like weary. And Punk's like, well, I'll see you later. And he probably like sneals. Like, they got like the sandwiches that Samoa Joe ate at the TNA funeral. And he probably like takes a couple of them, to eat. And he walks out. And that's the last of that. And we have an awesome fucking semi-main event. Semi-main event. Again, note, semi-main event. Sensational Wrestling, Kofi Kingston, on a fucking mission, is out to beat someone's ass. And Wade Barrett is unfortunately there. And he gets hit with the SOS. During the match, Alex Riley ran in to attack Wade Barrett. And, I use kind of interference a lot just because I can't wait for the next game where you can just have people at ringside, just to kind of have or force a storyline to go. And that's going to be awesome just because, it fits the mold of what I want. But, Kofi Kingston beat the fuck out of Wade Barrett. And when Alex Riley attacked, Wade Barrett kind of just shook it off. It wasn't a deciding factor in the match. It's just a funny little thing with there. But Kofi Kingston picked up a fucking 99 on Raw. And then Triple H comes out and he's like, oh my god, dude, all this Shane McMahon bullshit, almost forgot. See, Kofi, I can't do what I wanted to do because the 1% in the company thing prevents me from doing that for some reason. I'm also getting my lawyers, by the way, to figure out how we can wrap our heads around that. But, Kofi, you're suspended indefinitely. Fuck out of here. Bye. And he walks out, and Kofi, he's like, digests that news, and then he goes apeshit. He fucking, if there's something he can break, he breaks it. He fucks with the announce table. He fucks with the apron. He probably chucks a monitor at Michael Cole, knocking him out. And that's what Jerry Lawler laughs. Then he knocks Jerry Lawler out because he's a pervert. And all this other shit. And Kofi Kingston just has a fucking mental breakdown because he cannot handle the fact that these guys are constantly fucking with his shit. And now he basically has to go home instead of do the thing he likes to do. So yeah, there's that. That's always fun. And next we have AJ Lee. And, just recently she's in the nurse's room and she just says, she's feeling a little bit off. She's not injured, but something just doesn't feel right. And she's not really able to wrestle. She doesn't know what it is. But she says she knows for a fact that Astrid Nunla will defend her title at Armageddon. She doesn't know against who. They asked her who she should fight, and she said all of the women, because she likes all of the women. Push that kind of, she likes the women's division instead of the Divas division moniker. We're slowly building that up. And she says, you know what? She says, Astrid, when the time comes, I feel like you will repel any challenges sent for you. And I hope you do, because I want to be the one that knocks your fucking head off. So yeah, keep the title shiny for me, bitch. I'll see you later. And then we have our main event in which the Big Show fucks it up. Well, it doesn't really fuck that up. It's decent enough. John Morrison defeats the Big Show in 1754 with the Moonlight Drive. I bet it was a time thing, too. Yeah, sure, Mitch. I didn't want to do it too fast, mainly because, the Big Show fucking sucks ass. So, John Morrison defeats the Big Show because the Big Show sucks. We all know this. And then as we end the show, the Dynasty come in. They're like, hey, what's up, guy? And they beat the fuck out of John Morrison. Usually doing the thing. As well, mainly, the main takeaway from this angle is as they're beating him up, Triple H is leading the pack. And the Miz is a little wary of of Triple H. He's a little concerned. Triple H might notices this, but he's like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. We're too busy beating this guy's ass. And they do all this shit. And the Miz you can just tell, is a little off. How will this play in the future? We don't know. And let's end the show. 94A, 4 stars, always good. I believe we sold out Washington Grizzly Stadium. I could be wrong, but who gives a fuck? Great Raw. I know it was a little longer than usual, but mainly I was just rambling on with some of the promos and stuff. But I like that because at least I got what I wanted to say out of the way. But yeah, oh my god, just fucking shit came out of my mouth like there's no tomorrow. We'll see you guys for the next episode of SmackDown, where there will be some important stuff going down.